Hey guys, we wanted to just do something fun since we talked to you that it was National Adoption Month. So today we figured we would tell you some of the things that you should not say to adoptive parents.
Have you heard everything that you're about to say?
I have heard all of these. This is nothing on you guys or anybody that has interacted in our lives that have used bad language.
This is definitely stuff we've heard, and we're just like, wow.
We've heard, and our adoptive friends have heard, so we're just talking about it. Because honestly, it's funny. Like, if you guys aren't laughing in this video, like, don't cry, don't feel sad for us. We're not sad. We just think it's funny, and it's kind of ridiculous, so let's talk about it.
Okay, so just as a disclaimer to everybody, almost everybody that says things, they mean the best.
Totally, absolutely.
Like, they don't mean ill will with it. And definitely comment below if you've heard them, or if you've heard differently, or if there's some that like we didn't even mention. But these are our top 10 things that you should probably not say to an adoptive family. Starting with number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10. Why did her real mom give her up? Ouch. Okay, this is probably the number one comment we get
all the time
on either down below on all of our comments, or just meeting people.
Even family, friends, people we're really close with, people that even know adoptive language, sometimes will still say this.
A birth mom does not give her baby up. And in small circumstances, we've heard that that can be true, but in most cases, a birth mom places her child, places that child into your arms.
And then the second part, that is a double whammy, because give her up is the phrase we are trying to eradicate from your language. And the second whammy to that sentence was real mom. Ugh.
Yeah.
Guys, I am their real mom.
Yeah.
And I know the intentions behind it, and I know what you're thinking. So we don't take offense to it,
no,
really, we don't.
We actually used to probably say it.
Yeah, we probably did. If you're trying to distinguish, you can call me adoptive mom and birth mom, or just call me mom and birth mom.
Yeah, because she's in our house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, she's a real mom. Yeah. I'm a real dad.
Yeah, I'm real.
But you're physical, you're the flesh. So, yeah, anyway, don't say that one. Okay.
Number 9.
Number 9.
So will you have your own kids now? Again, like, it's just like the real mom. They are my own kids.
Yeah, they may not have come out of her tummy, but that doesn't mean that they aren't ours. Okay, number 8.
Okay, this one was one of those that I was sort of like, okay. So it was my cousin's, roommates, aunts, friends, mother-in-law's best friend's hairdresser adopted a child, and they had a bad experience, and the child had a hard time bonding, and they hated their adoptive parents. But that shouldn't happen to you. That's literally what I got at a baby shower. Yeah.
Oh,
I was literally like, jaw dropped on the floor. I've heard things similar. I mean, that one was the worst. I've heard other ones that were like a mild version of that. But yes. Guys, it could be your biological child that comes out of you, and there is a bad experience. Yeah. There could just be something that goes, and it's just a hard child to raise, something along those lines. But telling a adoptive mom or a prospective adoptive mom that's looking into adoption, the horror stories really...
I know you're trying to make conversation out there.
Yeah, that's what the thing. They're trying to relate, and it's one of those where you're like, you can just say my dress is pretty.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, we don't need to talk about this.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, number 7. What if they want to get the baby back?
We've heard that one a lot too.
Heard that a lot. Because we're talking about adoption here, and this is not foster care, once these papers have been signed, like, they can't go back on them. And so
it can't happen,
like again, it's like it's just like number 8, where it's like it's just kind of fear inducing for some people. Like, well, I don't know, maybe they can. Yeah.
Number 6, your child is so lucky. Because in the sense, again, you guys are trying to be sweet, like our friends, our family, they're trying to be sweet. But we're the lucky ones, guys.
Yeah.
Like, they've already had a really tough story and tough beginning, so I wouldn't necessarily say they're lucky. You can tell us,
You
like,
guys
we
are
are
so
so
blessed,
lucky to have them. Like, I will take that comment for days, like, for sure. We are so blessed. And don't make the child feel like, oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah, you're
like,
so much better off now that you're with us. That's so prideful and arrogant. And just say, man, what an incredible experience you guys are having. That's a way better thing to say. Number 5. Now that you've adopted, you'll get pregnant. Wait, not me. I can't get pregnant, but
he's saying that to me. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like, so many people, and they're so sweet.
And
but there's days where I'm literally like, can one less person tell me that today? Guys, that's not a true statement or fact.
Yeah.
There are for sure those cases. It's like, there are miracle stories where they do get pregnant. But statistically, they don't get pregnant any faster, any more than if you were just infertile and you got pregnant again by another miracle. Like, the adoption has nothing to do with it. For those people that know their infertility diagnosis and know it's like physically impossible to get pregnant, they don't have fallopian tubes, you know, the husband has no sperm, you know, things that is like, absolutely not, you won't get pregnant. Like, that is really hard to hear.
Yeah.
And most people that know those diagnoses still grin and bear it, and they're like, thanks. Like, but that one's hard. That's painful. Like, don't say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4. Here's another one. You're so lucky you've never had to go through pregnancy.
You're so lucky you didn't get big and fat and chubby and have to carry a baby.
Yeah, you didn't have to go through delivery and you don't have stretch marks and you still have your body.
You're still so skinny. What a blessing.
Oh, guys, that's another one that's like, anybody that has gone through infertility knows they would give their right arm to be pregnant.
Or both feet.
They would literally give anything to carry that baby inside of them and feel those kicks and those movements that you guys got to feel.
And this is one of those things that, like, obviously some of these I'm sensitive to and others I'm not. Like, I'm not super sensitive to this because I can't ever get pregnant. So it's like whatever.
Right.
But, like, guys, love your wives. And, like, if they're in pain because of the things that people have said about them, like, be in pain with them. Like, this was really hard for Alex, facing, like, I'm never going to get pregnant. Like, I could possibly never get to have that 9-month throw up at the second trimester, like, not eat anything but pickles and chocolate. Like that's like, for some, that's a dream. And so be sensitive to those people that would love to be able to have that experience.
We're sorry if you had a bad pregnancy, but don't pass that on to someone that struggled with infertility.
Totally.
One of my best friends, like, messaged me and was like, my back hurts. And I'm literally like, really? Like, you can complain to anybody else. Don't complain to me. Like,
okay, number 3. I always wanted to adopt after I had my own kids. Again, going back to number 9, which is you have your own kids. Okay, but like now it's.
But even that, you're like putting them in this category. It's almost like,
after I do step A, then I'll go to
kids.
Yeah, after I do plan A, then I'll go to plan B.
Yeah, and a lot of people do, like, that is their plan. They're gonna have their biological kids and then they're gonna adopt. What message are you giving to your future adoptive kids? The way you say it of like, I'm gonna have my own kids first and then have my adoptive kids. It's like, I just was gonna be pregnant first while I was young, and then I was going to adopt. Like, don't use own kids. Just don't use it.
Yeah, don't use it.
Number 2.
Number 2, you.
I was in the pediatrician's office with Kinsley, and she doesn't look like me. And someone said, "Oh, are you the babysitter?" Like, she thought she was being funny, like, thinking that Kinsley looks solely like my husband or something like that. And I'm like,
And we know obviously our adoption story is extremely unique, and it is pretty interesting that Callie does look a lot like Alex and Kidsley does look a lot like me. But guys, a lot of adoptions are international, and those kiddos don't look like their parents.
Yeah. My favorite one is someone we know through church, and they were getting followed in a store because their child is drastically different looking.
Yes, the complexion
themselves.
of skin was very different.
Yes, very different. And so this person finally got to them. She was like, she loves talking about adoption. She just wasn't in the mood at that moment. And the woman looks over and goes, "Oh, does she look like her dad?" And
Smarty Pants.
And Smarty Pants' response was, "I don't know, I only met him once." Turned around and zoomed out. Like, it was so good when I heard it. Like, it was so
the perfect
funny
responses to
because
these.
it was a true fact.
Yeah, totally.
She did
only
meet
see
the birth father one time.
Yeah.
And so it was a true statement.
Yeah.
But it was so witty.
And if you guys have any more of these witty things for us to tell all the other adoptive people, tell us, and then we'll come up with the 10 responses to these questions.
Totally.
And then the last one is, and we hear this one literally every day.
Yeah.
This is like the #1 most commented thing on all of our YouTube, which is, why did birth mom give her up?
Yeah. And we already talked about the give her up part.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's more like, that's private information.
Yeah. How much do you have in your bank account?
Totally. That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, their story is their story.
Yeah.
And if you are close friends and we feel the need to share this story with maybe our small group or our family, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a place to come up and say, why did she give her up?
Totally.
Even if they said, oh, why did she get placed for adoption? It's like, well, unless like the story is freely shared, like the reason is because the birth mom was in a season of life where she couldn't parent.
Totally.
End of story.
Yeah. And if you've ever commented any of things to us, you guys
you guys don't feel bad.
we love you
can
so
comment
much.
them all the time.
Total forgiveness. It doesn't even matter.
Hey,
we're just trying
we have a
to
job for you.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
We just are trying to help you with the sensitivity to other family and friends that you're going to have in your life that are going to adopt, and maybe you yourself, to just be aware of some of these things. Having this language is extremely important.
Yeah. But we have a job for you guys. If you guys watch this video and you have learned about the things that should or shouldn't be said, maybe you guys can help inform people when they leave it in the comments, asking these questions, and they're legitimate. You can either point them back to this video or you can answer them yourself.
Yeah. You guys, thank you so much for coming along in our journey.
Yeah.
We love it so much. Callie's sleeping, but she loves it so much. She's trying to wave at you guys.
Yeah.
Can you guys see?
We didn't get a video up. We thought, we'll do it at late at night, and our kids will be sleeping. What were we thinking? We have a newborn.
Yeah. Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Sometimes we vlog on our own schedule, and sometimes we vlog on their schedule.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you guys, it's been a great day. We thank you so much for coming along on our journey. We are so grateful for you all.
Thank you guys so much for watching and hearing a little bit about what not to say to adoptive parents. But if you guys are new to us, we put out videos pretty darn often, and we would love for you guys to come along on our journey and kind of see what it's like to raise 2 children that are adopted but are our own children. And they do happen to be adopted.
As well as continue following us in our journey of infertility.
So if you guys are new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on that journey with us. And
go let your love multiply.
Bye.
Bye.